Are you tired of struggling to close? Are you tired of hearing the word no? Are you tired of being told what a great salesperson you are, only to be escorted out of the house still being told no? Are you feeling frustrated? Do you feel like you're letting yourself down, like you're letting your family down? Are you feeling so frustrated that you're thinking, man, maybe this just isn't the right industry for me? Before you make any drastic moves, let me help you out. Let me show you how to close. In this video, I'm going to show you how to exude confidence. I'm going to show you how to overcome objections, and I'm going to show you how to harness the power of persuasion to close deals like never before. Whether you're a seasoned pro or you're just getting started on your journey, this video is your gateway to unlocking the secrets of dominating on the sales battlefield. Let's get started. I'm Ken Baden. Welcome to the channel where we're taking home service professionals, blue collar industry pros, and salespeople to the next level. All right, guys, the first step to alpha selling, mindset and confidence. That starts with gratitude. Gratitude on a daily basis, right? How do we get that? A gratitude list. Just write on a daily basis 5 things that you're thankful for. I'm telling you, it will help you immensely. Be thankful for another day. Take a look at that gratitude list. Next, your why. You want help being grateful? Your why is going to help you immensely. Your why had better be powerful. It's why you got out of bed every day. Why do we do what we do? Why are we going to go out and get our ass kicked and be told no over and over and over and over? So if you don't have a strong why, I suggest you get one. Treat your brain like a bank vault. What do I mean by that? You want to make deposits starting, again, first thing in the morning of something of substance, something success driven, right? Something towards getting you to that goal. The easiest way to do that, read. Read something first thing in the morning that is going to propel you to success. So later on, when shit happens, because it always does, I'm able to make withdrawals of that same nature. You can't withdraw what you don't put in. The next step, confidence. Confidence is so important. But where does confidence come from? The number one most important place that confidence comes from is knowledge. Knowing what the hell you're talking about. I know it's a crazy concept, but I'm telling you. How many times have we gone out and tried to sell something where we didn't feel prepared, right? If we're in sales or you're new or you're a seasoned vet, you have been thrown out into something where you were not prepared, and that is the most frustrating shit ever, right? Real confidence comes from knowing what you're talking about. So take the time to study your craft. I'm telling you, nothing creates confidence like knowing what you're talking about. That makes you the expert. When you know what you're talking about, you can't help but exude confidence because you're ready for anything. All right, my favorite, appearance. I say that jokingly, guys, but I'm telling you, if you can't tell and you follow me at all, I put a lot of stock in appearance, and I don't say that in any place of vanity. I genuinely mean that. I think it's so important. Your appearance is what you deem worthy of presenting to the world. It says everything. You wake up, you do your hair, you take the time to put the effort in and respect yourself, and people will do the same. The next step to alpha selling, creating a common ground or warming up with your client. So how do we do it? First things first is we identify our surroundings. When we're walking up to the house, when we're walking up to a place of business, we need to identify our surroundings. We need to start to find possible icebreakers or create common grounds by identifying what is important to the client. So as we're walking up to their property, I'm starting to look at things from the second I get out of the car. I'm looking at how they keep their house. I'm looking at how they keep their lawn. A well-kept lawn is an identifier that is something that they value. A car that is under a tarp is something that they clearly value. Unless it's a hunk of junk and they're just covering it up, it's probably got something badass under there, and I'm going to talk to you about it because I know that you probably value it. We're simply looking for things that we can bring up and create a conversation, but also create a common ground. So it's not this salesperson potential selling victim mentality, right? We don't want that. We just want to go in and build a relationship, man. We want to go in and make a friend. That's your common ground, connecting piece. Now we need to actually spend time warming up. How much time is a good amount of time to warm up? Depends. I say a minimum of 45 minutes, but that's usually framed around an expected appointment. So if they know you're coming and you're coming to a call or an appointment, 45 minutes minimum. If you just knock that door, I say if you're beast like that, man, if you're an alpha and you can get 45 minutes, take it. But 15 minimum, right? We want to spend at least 15 minutes warming up with this client, talking about anything and everything other than business. We need to establish rapport. We need to establish a real, meaningful relationship. Otherwise, this is transactional, and transactional relationships are poop. Transactional relationships end in cancels and issues. All right, guys, next, open-ended questions. What are open-ended questions? Open-ended questions are designed to get the client to talk. Open-ended questions are not yes or no answers. Open-ended questions are framed to get your client to start to talk, and the point of interest should always be a point of interest to them. Our job as an alpha seller is to ask open-ended questions framed around their interests that we've already identified. By doing our job, you're going to want to ask things like, look, this is a beautiful area, guys. I've never been over here before. I've been everywhere in Maryland. I've never been here. Is there anywhere you guys could recommend to eat? Especially if they're in a nice neighborhood. Again, remember, we're going to want to cater these questions around the things that they like. However, true alpha salesperson comes prepared with 6 open-ended questions on every sales call. That way, if you're not able to make a connection, look, here's the deal, man. Not everybody is an extrovert, right? Not everybody is going to be your personality type. A true alpha understands that. Those are general, okay? So have 6 general open-ended questions at all time, but coming prepared with those 6 is how you sell like an alpha. Another very, very important aspect to alpha selling is asking the right questions. Some of us call it probing, right? Not the weird way. There are a couple steps to this, but asking the right questions are paramount. I can't tell you how many rookies I have seen, again, that go in there and do this, man, and they think that's what sales is. It just blows my mind. But you're not a rookie, you're about to be an alpha if you're not already one. Step 1 in asking the right questions, utilize a survey. Come prepared with a survey. You might not need it, but that survey will bail you out more times than it won't. Make sure that that survey has generalized questions that you need to know on every single one of your sales calls, no matter what the industry is. For example, if you do roofing, have you guys had any leaks recently? Are you experiencing any active leaks? You might think, well, they don't know, but they might. And if they do, you better not leave there without a sale. There's no way. They have too much need. There is an urgency point that is just absolutely screaming. And if you don't ask that and you miss that, oh my God, man. So have a survey framed out around basic questions that are going to help you every time, that if you hit on one, that's it. Because we're looking to identify customers' pain points and hot buttons, are kind of the good and bad. We utilize a survey to really set this stuff up. Then through that survey, we're hoping to identify a customer's pain points, right? The issues that they're currently having, the things that we hopefully can solve for them, and their hot buttons. A hot button is going to be that thing that really, really sets the customer off to where they want to do business with you. That's a hot button. A hot button could be something like they're head over heels for military, and the second we bring up, we see plaques all over the wall, they can't stop talking about them. We say, actually, we're veteran owned and operated. That's a hot button, right? You see that light bulb go up, you see that interest, you gauge that interest. That's a hot button. So we're looking for hot buttons, we're looking for things that are just really get them riled up, and we're looking for pain points, the things that are causing them issues in their life with the product that you're looking to service them on, and we can fix those issues. Knowing to look for hot buttons and pain points throughout the entire process is what's going to separate you from the betas and the alphas. Speaking of pain points, I've been talking to a lot of sales folks lately. Look, I know the industry, the market currently is freaking tough. There's no better place to sharpen your skill set than our private Facebook group, which is the Blue Collar Ballers Union. The union is a group of blue collar and home service industry pros, sales folks, anyone that's in the industry that's looking to level up, that's looking to be better, that's looking to achieve more, that looks to get more out of this freaking thing we call life, man. If you want to be the best, if you want to be an alpha, and you want to sharpen your skills, this is the group to do it in. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in or you want to hear more about, click the link below and we'll show you how you can join or get some more information on it today. So the next step to alpha selling is utilizing a soft or a trial close. The number one reason to do a soft close is to cover your ass. CYA. My dad always says it, man. CYA. What I mean is we want to sniff out any potential objections that are going to prohibit me from closing before I get to closing. That's also another reason why we utilize a survey. We want to make sure we overcome any potential issues or objections before we get to it, right? Then it's too late. Or it becomes a big freaking hassle because you might have some objections to sniff out anyhow once you get there. In this case, if we have any glaring objections, we need to sniff those out before we get to the close. So how do we do that? We ask. The next step is the actual ask, and it's quite simply that, asking, right? You can frame it, and really I like to do it one of two ways. The first way is the easiest way, asking them quite literally, hey guys, other than price, is there anything else that's going on here that you don't see that would prohibit us from moving forward? That takes away the power of them then coming back and saying, well, hold on, I'm not sure about your company, I'm not sure about the product, I'm not sure about. The other way you can do this is quite literally ask about all of those things I just said. So I'll say, guys, before I get to my numbers, and you've been so patient, before I get to my numbers, just real quick, just a couple quick little survey questions just to make sure that I cover all my bases. So, one, the product. Do you think, the fact that it's American made, the fact that it's been around for over 100 years, the fact that it has X feature, does that product that I showed you, does that meet your needs? Yes. Check one. So the warranty, the fact that it's 100 years, 50 years, 75 years, whatever. The fact that it's transferable. Is the warranty sufficient? Good? Okay, awesome. The company, were you guys, you feel good about us? I mean, hopefully I did a good job representing us. I sincerely hope so. Yes? Next. All right, so look, guys, you've been so kind. So correct me if I'm wrong, but look, price aside, is there any reason why we couldn't move forward today? So all I've done that time differently is I've just listed out company, product, warranty. That's it. Why? Because I want to CYA. That's it. I want to cover my ass. I just want to make sure I've done everything the right way. If they say, hey man, I like this, but I think I ought to do some more research on your company. Hey, no problem. I actually carry a reference list with me, and then I'm diving right into it. I have to go into whatever that is right then and there. And Alpha identifies these things in advance and attacks them right then, right there, so they can transition to our next spot, the best spot, closing. So how does an alpha close? First things first, I ask for a few minutes to get my stuff together, right? I don't want people hovering over me while I'm trying to piece this together. I just very respectfully, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I'm a communications major, so I'm not the smartest guy in the room. I'm okay, but if you could give me like 10 minutes to get all these numbers together, or if I have the right rapport with the client, that's the angle I'll work. Either way, I'm going to ask for a few minutes to get my stuff together. So I asked for some time to make sure I did everything right and done right. Then I call them back to the table. The build-up has been to this point, so make it that. I do the excited stuff. Guys, you excited? Moment of truth. Let's go. All right, let's see what we have. But in this case, guys, look, we want to present to them, turn it over, present to them, and literally sit back and relax. And don't say anything. That's the next step. Present your price, present your close, sit back and say nothing. The person who speaks first loses. This can get weird. Sometimes you're sitting here like this for a few minutes, but I assure you, the person who speaks first loses. Don't ask me to tell you the psychology behind it. I learned this 15 plus years ago, but I've been doing it my whole career, and I tell you, every time I have broken that, I have paid the price. In this case, I let them look at it, I let them whisper amongst each other, and finally, eventually, someone's gonna ask something. It doesn't matter. As soon as they break the silence, then we can jump in. Hey guys, let me show you what you're looking at. It's very simple. So, present price, sit back, relax. I have an attitude and an air of confidence, and I have an attitude of, hey look, I'm good either way. I'm here to help you. If this works for you, wonderful. If it doesn't, that's cool too. That is the attitude I have to have. We'll talk more about that in future videos, guys. I hope sincerely you got a ton out of this alpha selling. I hope you go out there and you package this stuff together and you go out and you sell like the freaking alphas that you are. Let's go.